Levi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm g-
How's your
I'm
training
good.
been down there in Reno?
It was actually so nice today. Did you go skiing today?
I did, yeah.
What?
Got out early with my crew. We were on snow at like 7:30.
Nice.
The colors this morning were great. It was
Oh,
really
fresh
sweet.
tracks.
Snow is in the trees. Yeah, fresh corduroy. We're on Nordic skis, so
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
We were
Super
sending
good.
it down like we go to Taw Donner and there's like these massive downhills
Huh.
on Nordic skis. It's like so sketchy.
Dude, I've done it before. It's like, and they're winding too.
It's like under biking times 100. Like, and this other guy, he's super good downhill. I was like chasing him. It was really fun.
Really? Have you ever
Yeah.
bailed?
But yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
It's
is it
so
gnarly?
easy. It's so easy to fall on Nordic skis. Like my friend the other day I go with a lot, he got a brand new pair of skate skis, went out and crashed and broke the ski because they're so fragile. Like everything's so light.
Are they carbon?
The ski is like it's a whole bunch of things. There's can be some carbon, some um what am I'm it's missing my brain right now. There's other materials.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
much do they run you? Like a nice pair of Nordic skis.
They're around $800.
Not cheap. Not cheap at
Yeah.
all.
No, but I mean, it's funny because I got a kind of a whole fleet of skis this year for my wife and I, and
Yeah.
it was a lot. But then I was like, you know what? I mean, like the highest end road bikes
Better
these
than a
days,
bike for sure.
dude, they're like twice as much as this entire fleet of skis I got for one bike. Like, it's crazy.
But
But when
so
you think of
you're
cycling,
pretty.
it puts it in perspective.
Yeah, well, I mean, cycling is a ridiculous sport. Talk about, like,
Yeah.
for inner city kids to try and get into it, like, the barrier to
Yeah.
entry of cycling is rough, man.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
and especially now, I mean, these companies aren't doing any favors with their even their middle of the line road bikes are 5, 6 grand out the door. It's brutal.
Yeah. The good news is those bikes are the quality is like so good these days.
Yeah,
So,
but I remember, like, you're a big Specialized guy. The
mhm.
Specialized LA, you remember that bike? I mean, that
Yeah.
was, like that thing's
Yeah, well,
great.
I think they still make it. Or
Really.
they did a couple years ago. They kind of brought
'Cause
it
it's
back.
yeah, it's not carbon, but
Hmm.
it's pretty awesome. I mean, that bike is sweet.
Yeah, aluminum is kind of underrated. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
stiff, it's light.
this year is my first year racing on, like, one-piece bar and stem, so I
Mhm.
don't have a stem and bar, but the last 4 years, I've always ran aluminum bars because the under 23 kids, we crash too much, and they don't wanna spend, all that money on carbon bars because they break so easy, you know?
You know, when carbon bars first started coming out, we stuck with aluminum because, it was like, I don't
Yeah,
know if
like, the
they're
weight
ready.
saving is maybe 100 grams?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, we all know that 100 grams is worth it at your level, right? But
Yeah.
I think in the beginning it was just like, I don't think they're ready for prime time, Like
Mhm,
it was
mhm.
because it's sketchy. Like when
It
something's
is.
new and it's not reliable,
Yeah,
you want to stick with what's reliable until it's been proven.
yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so I went to the dentist yesterday. So you remember that crash that I had,
At the end of the
back in
season?
October? Yeah,
Yeah.
end of the season on the TT bike.
Yeah.
So I had broken 9 teeth. Thankfully, I kept my pretty ones in the front, but I broke 9 molars.
What?
Yeah.
How? I've never heard of that in a bike
So I
crash.
hit my chin. I'll throw up for people that are
Mm.
watching, caution, I'll throw up a picture of my chin. Um, so I crashed and I just hit the ground and I
Oh.
clanked my jaw so hard that I broke all my teeth in the back. But they weren't bad enough for crowns. So I went to the dentist right when I got back to America and he just smoothed them out because they were quite sharp and stuff because they were broken. But he was like, yeah, just put some like Sensodyne toothpaste on it and the sensitivity should go away. But the sensitivity like was getting worse. Because I
Yeah.
use like this, I think I might have messed up. I like to use whitening mouthwash or whatever, but I think that makes your teeth really sensitive,
It does.
especially if they're broken,
I've
you
used
know?
that whitening toothpaste. It kind of hurts.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Beauty
you can use
hurts,
those
right?
tray. Have you ever used the trays with the whitening in it?
Uh-uh,
I
uh-uh.
did that once and it was like, yeah, your teeth start to get super sensitive.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh.
nah, I'm good.
Yeah, so yeah. So it was, like, horrible, like, even it's pretty cold down here training, and so I would be, like, breathing hard, and the cold air coming in would, like, really hurt my teeth, and it was just, like,
Mhm.
getting to the point where I was, like I couldn't even drink the water from my bottle because it was so
Mhm.
cold, it would just, like, sting my teeth.
So
So
you're
I
like kind of
finally,
squirting it straight down your throat.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And so yeah, I was in the dentist chair yesterday for 6 hours.
What?
They fixed 9 teeth, but dude, today it was awesome. Yeah, last night at dinner I drank ice water for the first time in a couple months. That was amazing. It's funny how you take that stuff for granted.
So it was like the nerve was like exposed or something?
No, but very close. So some of the molars, they were broken so close to the nerve that anything touching that part of the tooth, it was so new to the environment that it just was freaking out. So got those fixed. So now that's great. Now I can go over to Europe next week and be smooth sailing.
Yeah, you're ready to go. That stuff can be really painful, all that nerve stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But it
It's
was,
like
dude, it was horrible. I was sitting in the chair, and so they stick this fat needle in your mouth, killing all the nerves, and then all of a sudden my face is, I'm like, like it was pretty
did
rough. But
somebody take a video of that?
no, thank God. But the lady
Oh
that was
no, we
working on
need
my
to
teeth,
share that here.
she's been good family friends with us for a while, and she lives here in Montreux, and um I've known her for my whole life, so it was nice to have her work on my teeth. Yeah. Oh,
That just oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
I was just thinking about like how you're down there and I was thinking about the history of cycling in that area. Obviously, Greg LeMond
Mhm.
he grew up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Course Classic had a couple stages, or more than a couple stages. I mean, they had stages that I know like went from Tahoe to Virginia City and down into Reno, but then there was always like a second stage in the day that was a criterium in downtown Reno.
Oh,
I think
sick. No way.
Davis Finney would win that. Like,
What?
and then Bobby Julich lived there, who's now your coach.
Yeah. Isn't that
He lived,
crazy? He literally
yeah,
lived up the road from me here.
yeah,
It's
and
pretty cool.
you
I
didn't
didn't
know
know that.
that,
No, I
yeah.
didn't know that at all until quite recently. And then
Mm,
I was on a ride with a local kid here, Lucas, and he was showing me where Greg used to live. And today I was just riding. It's called Franktown. We did it before. I did
mm-hmm.
that same session today. The
Nice,
progressions.
yeah.
It felt so good. It was so nice out. And so I was going around that road and I was just like looking and I was like, I can't believe that Greg LeMond used to train on this road every day. It's like it's crazy how this place is so under the radar for cycling. Like, obviously, it's good with Coors Classic and everything having
Hmm.
happened here. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and what today it's still known as the Le Mans Loop, right? Like Mount
Yeah.
Rose, Spooner, going up to the lake.
Yep. Yeah, that's the Le Mans Loop, and that's the most famous. Oh my God, there's a squirrel running by with a pine cone in its mouth.
Mhm. Does
Yeah.
the Le
So
Mans Loop include Virginia City and Geiger?
yeah. So I guess it starts going up Geiger through Virginia City, down through Carson City, up
Mm.
Spooner Summit, down to the lake, Lake Tahoe, and then up Mount Rose, down Mount Rose, back into Reno. It's a
So
nice.
only that direction is Le Mans Loop? What if you do it the other way?
Well, you've done it. You've done down Spooner Summit. It's fucking horrible.
I think I'd rather go down it than up it.
What? No
Yeah,
shot, bro. No way.
because
Cars
you're
are
down
going.
it so fast.
Yeah, but dude, there's like no show. I don't know, dude. No way. And then you have to go on that sketch road to get to truck route. Oh no. Clockwise is way better,
Oh,
dude. Have you done truck
I've
route? You've gone down truck route, haven't you?
you mean there's the two ways up to Virginia City or down from Virginia City?
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
both ways.
Yeah. But getting there, you have to go on. You know where the bunny ranch is, like that highway there.
No, I mean obviously you know where it is, but I don't know where it is.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
heard of it. Yeah, it's right.
yeah,
It's like as you make that turn to go up to Virginia City.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Um, but no, 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 clockwise is the way to go. That's the only way.
It's where there's a
Um,
bunch of bunnies you can pet, right?
yeah, yeah. It's a ranch, and you can play with a bunch of bunnies. Yeah, yeah. You can
It's
feed
funny.
them, play with them.
Okay, we should stop.
um, we should switch gears.
Yeah, let's change
So
topics.
we were gonna talk about this on the Yeah, we were gonna talk about this on the last episode, but we decided to save it for this one. When was the most scared you've ever been on a bike? I'm keen to
Mm.
hear this.
I think the one thing that comes to mind was it was the 2009 Giro d'Italia,
Mhm.
and we were like in Switzerland, and we were making our way through St. Moritz. So it's like kind of this long, just kind of falls flat for like a couple hours. We were racing up towards St. Moritz, and the weather was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I remember what the race wasn't going crazy, and I don't think there was a break. It was kind of a weird, easy day. And all of a sudden, a lot of Italians started stopping, and they're putting on like leg warmers and rain
Oh,
jackets,
no.
and it was like, uh-oh. And
Yeah.
so we got info from the car, and they're like, "You guys need rain jackets." Like when you get just past St. Moritz, like so we were heading into Italy. Like all of a sudden, you do this huge descent into Italy, and
Yeah.
the weather, like as soon as we started the descent, it just got dark and wet. And this descent
Oh,
had
no.
it had these tunnels that curved, and they were like full of water, and we're going like 100K an hour. And I swear to you,
Huh.
I was like, okay, I'm hydroplaning. I don't feel the ground. I can't feel the bike connected to the road. And the tunnel started to curve. And I was like, I'm going to hit the wall of the tunnel. And I actually thought
Oh,
in that moment, like, oh, I'm about to die. I really did believe that I was
no.
going to hit the wall. I mean, I
Oh my
turned, but
gosh.
I couldn't feel the bike on the road. It was really scary.
Were Did anybody else crash? Could you hear crashes happening?
No, I don't think anyone crashed, but I will say that towards the bottom of the descent, like it was like 5K to the finish, and like
Oh,
two
what the fuck?
guys, there were two guys ahead that had just this little bit of a gap, and everybody just let them go. I think everyone was so scared, they just were like, I don't give a shit about the stage anymore.
So those 2 guys were maniacs then.
I mean,
Did they get a gap through the
they
downhill?
did, but it wasn't a big one. Like you could see them rolling away, but like nobody, I think everybody
Yeah.
was so shook up from the descent. They were just like, fuck it. I want to be alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I know I wasn't the only one that was scared. It was a really scary
Dude, it's
situation.
always Italy, man. It's always Italy. I swear, one of the scariest moments I've also had on the bike is going through tunnels in Italy. Like, uh, fighting full gas for position going into the Ghisallo in Lombardia under 23. You go through these tunnels that are, dude, they're pitch black. You have to put your
Hmm.
glasses
Hmm.
down under your nose and then look just above your glasses to see where you're going, and you can still hardly see anything. And guys are it's always
Yelling.
the dumb
Yeah. Yeah.
Italians that are yeah, that are on the back of the belt and that don't care, and they're just screaming, and you just think that people are crashing and dying
Yeah.
behind you, and you're freaking out. Oh, man, it's just like, why can't they make a different route? Why do you have to go through tunnels that are pitch black or at least add lighting or something? I don't know. I hate that. It's so
There's
frustrating.
some tunnels across the very top of the Obisque in the Pyrenees. Like you go
Mhm.
up, and there's this crazy cool flat part on along the top. Well, not flat. I mean, it's part of the descent, but it kind of has two peaks. But in between the two
Mhm.
peaks, you go through these tunnels that have no lighting, and they're not that long, but it goes completely pitch black, and
Yeah.
even in like a bright sunny day, it's so
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Tunnels should be omitted from pro cycling.
Yeah, I mean, think about, pro cycling's on the roads with the quote unquote road furniture, roundabouts, like dividers, signs in the middle of the road. I
Yeah.
think you and I were talking last week about, teammates that look behind, or you got yelled at for looking behind. And sure enough, I've
Yeah.
seen people look behind and then run straight into a sign in the middle of the road
Yeah.
that you couldn't see coming.
Yeah. There was this, one stage of Tour Wallony 2 years ago. It was like everybody was fighting for position going into this cobble sector, um, and for some reason, like 200 meters into the sector, there was like you know those, like, big metal pylons
Hmm.
that, like, divide, like, a bike path, for example?
Hmm.
There was one of those in the middle of the road for some reason. Dude, and we were going like 50 Ks an hour, 40, 50 Ks an hour maybe. Some guy, like, you can't see, everybody's just in front of you. And this guy just, and then all of a sudden everybody's just like moving. And then of course that one guy hits it and just boom. I think, oh my God, it might have been Riley Pickrell. I'm gonna be I'm teammates with him now on Modern Adventure. I think it might have been Riley that was the fateful guy that hit that thing. And oh, it's just you just hear bikes breaking,
Yeah.
bodies slamming into the ground.
Pete
That's horrible.
Stetina, we all know Pete Stetina, right?
Yeah.
He hit one of
Yeah.
those in Pays Basque in like
Mm.
2015, I think it was. I mean, his leg was really messed up.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was same thing. I think that
It's nightmare
they kind of
fuel.
like, it was sort of in the middle, and they didn't really like, create fencing to get around it. And they came around a corner in the final, and he was
Yeah.
on the outside of the peloton, and then like there was nowhere to go. He just hit it.
Yeah. Well, I saw the UCI made a new rule for this season is, there's some more rules for the finishing barriers, you know? Like, they have to be more streamlined, like, cause some lower level races or even, like, Tour of Poland is a great example. It's like a high level race, it's a world tour race, and they would always have these sketch barriers that would they have the metal little feet
Dude,
that come out.
you have
So
no
it's like,
idea.
bro.
I'm gonna give you a little homework, okay? Write this down. The guy's name
Okay.
is I don't know how to spell it. His name is Jamaluddin Abdujaparov. Champs-Élysées Tour de France finish. I don't know what year it is. It could be 1990, around there.
Oh god, we're going
Dude,
way
you need
back.
to watch this. It is gnarly. Head down, like not really watching where he's going, and he drifts into one of those feet. The barriers have feet. I mean, dude, the
Yeah.
barriers haven't had
Yeah.
feet for a long time.
Dude, I mean, maybe not in,
Yeah.
like, the tour, but in some races,
They're
they've
still
got
using
feet,
those?
and yeah, and guys get eaten
Mm-hmm.
up by them. So I think this year, the new rule is, like, they have to be all the nice kind of plastic, big ones or whatever, I don't know. We'll find out
So
at Alula Tour
look
what
up that.
what we're
That's
dealing
gonna be
with.
on YouTube. The other one is Laurent Jalabert. Uh I don't remember it. Early 90s. Same, it's a Tour de France finish, and he hits a policeman.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
The cops used to stand in the straightaway, and there was a cop who had a camera, and he stepped out to take a picture.
Oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
Dude,
And n-
did the cop
oh,
survive?
he survived, but he
I mean,
just watch. And both of these
okay,
crashes
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
referencing, no helmets. They didn't wear helmets.
I honestly have no idea how you guys would race without helmets and survive some crashes. I've been in some crashes where swear if I wasn't wearing a helmet, I
Yeah,
would
I
have
mean,
been
I
dead.
only experienced it was my very first Tour de France, no helmet. And even then, like,
Mm,
we didn't wear a helmet in the mountain stages because it was like heavier and hotter. But on the flat stages, I still wore a helmet voluntarily.
mm,
But yeah, still
mm.
crazy. Like I can remember first Tour de France, descending the Tourmalet through the tunnels, 100K an hour, no
With
helmet.
no helmet. Were you
Oh
not
yeah,
scared? Like, was it not
yeah. But
crossing
I
your
was
mind that
young
your
then.
head
I
would
was
smash like
young
a
then,
watermelon?
dude. Like,
Dude, I'm young now, and I would never race a bike
yeah.
without a helmet, bro.
Well, you're welcome, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for your
Somebody has to do
sacrifice.
something stupid to
You,
make things better for you.
yeah, seriously. Oh my god.
Well,
But yeah, speaking of terrifying descents, as a junior racing Tour of Valrome, so the other story that I had in the last episode was climbing up the Colombier, but descending down the other side was the fastest I had ever descended in my life. So our group was maybe 30 guys over the top, so we were not gruppetto because we were like group 2 on the road, but we were like trying to chase back to the guys that had like a minute in front of us. So we were taking some risks and like it's pretty fast to start and steep and you're going down, you catch some speed, you're going like 100 Ks an hour. And this one kid misses the turn because you're 100 Ks an hour into a
mm,
switchback, missed the turn, flew off the edge of the cliff. Colby Simmons and I looked at each other. We were like, holy fuck. We still don't know if this guy ever got found. Like,
for sure you got found.
and so yeah, but I don't know if he was in one piece, man. It
I
looked
remember
nasty.
watching
Like,
Rigoberto Urán when he first got in the peloton. He missed a corner like that in Tour of Germany, and he broke both
mm,
arms. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
dude.
It was a bad corner too, and it was like I was like in my head, I'm like, dude, I think you're going too fast, and sure enough, like missed the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, man, I was in this Italian one-day race a few years back, and the Colombian national team was there, and one of their guys, it was like we went through a switchback, but it was like one of those descent obviously, it's, like, lined out, you know? So you go through the switchback, and then you're
Hmm.
sprinting out of it, and so I go through the switchback, I start sprinting, I'm looking down, and then I look up, and all of a sudden, the Colombian national team is all stopped in the middle of the road. One of their guys had crashed, he, like, slipped a chain or something, I imagine, and crashed. They all stopped for their guy in the middle of the road, and so, like, I jump, what did I do? I can't even remember. I somehow got around him, but at the finish, I saw these guys and I fucking lit into
Yeah.
them, bro. I was like, "What are you guys doing? Like, why are you stopping in the middle of the road?" They didn't speak any English, so they didn't understand. They were like, "Sorry, sorry, sorry." But man, these guys, they just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, they didn't think in the moment, right? They were just concentrated on helping their guy.
I guess I don't know what you're doing helping a guy in the middle of the road, on a descent. Like, just let him go. You're in a low level race here. Like,
Yeah, it's
come on.
chaos sometimes.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it's chaos in these lower level
So,
races. I don't even know if these lower level races don't really teach you what real, like, professional bike racing is like, because it's just chaos the whole
well,
time.
I think it obviously it gives you experience and it probably weeds out some of the characters.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure it does. For
So
sure it
last
does.
episode I think there was some feedback on this too. It was a funny moment where you had never heard of Andy Hampston. Did you do
I
any
know.
homework on
I
it?
can't believe it. No. You gotta be the teacher, dude. You gotta teach me about Andy
Oh
Hansen.
man, can you throw up
Uh,
an image online right now? Like if you can you Google it?
yeah, I mean, yeah, in post, I can
Okay.
throw up an image. I mean,
So in post, throw up the
I don't
image.
have
There's an
access to
iconic
do.
image of Andy Hampston on the Gavia. When he won, yeah,
Also,
on the
Gavi?
Gavia in the snow.
Yep.
He doesn't win the stage,
Ooh.
but it's just this iconic stage that they probably never should have raced. In fact, I've seen videos of guys who did that stage. This is 1988, by the way, that have like nerve damage
Oh,
from that
wow.
stage. But it's just an epic photo of him on the Gavia, and that's the Giro that he ends up winning. Still the only American to ever.
Well, so he won the
Hmm.
'88 Giro. Mm.
Yeah,
Wow. That is so long
yeah.
ago, dude. And you were watching? In
Oh
'88, you
well,
were
there was no
watching
watching.
the Giro.
I had this it's actually pre-Velo News was called Winning, and you would get it in the mail
Mm.
like once a month. And God, I
Mhm.
really need that magazine. I don't know if my parents still have it, but like I had the edition that you get in the mail, and you're reading it about how he won the Giro and all these iconic images of him winning.
And this would get you
Oh,
hyped
dude.
up reading, like, a
Well,
newspaper?
it was a magazine, Winning magazine. So like nice, like
Okay.
shiny paper. But
Yeah.
oh, dude, I would just look at that thing every day. Yeah. It was, bro, I had a
Dude.
VHS tape, recorded tape.
What's that?
Shut up. You know what VHS is.
I know, yeah, when I was younger, we had
I
VHS in
had a
the house, yeah.
VHS of the 1989, no, sorry, the 1987 Tour de France, which was a huge battle, epic tour between Stephen Roach, Irishman. You may know Nicholas Roach. That's his,
I know Nico Roche, and I've
so
heard of
Stephen's
Stephen
his
Roche,
dad,
yeah.
and Pedro
Yeah.
Delgado, Spanish rider. And I had that tape and I watched it every day until so you can it's possible to watch a VHS so much that it degrades so that finally like you're trying to watch it and it's just kind of snowy. Dude, I watched that thing
Static, yeah.
until it was unwatchable.
So would you be on, like, the
Oh yeah.
rollers, just you'd throw in the VHS, ride the rollers, and watch the
Do
same
you know what
race over and
Kreitler
over?
rollers are?
No, I've actually never ridden rollers before. I think I would have no idea what to do. I would
Dude,
definitely
I
fall.
credit rollers for like really teaching me a great pedal stroke and stability on the bike. Oh yeah, rollers
Really?
are hard.
Uh,
And
yeah, that's why I don't
Kreitler
do
made
them.
these half-size rollers that were like half the width, and these small drums, which like were actually really like a lot harder. Dude, they were really hard to ride. Like you had to pay attention. I mean, I remember doing
Dude,
like 2 times 2 hours in a day as a teenager on rollers because I grew up in
oh,
Montana.
grim. Well, yeah, I know. Well, it's been like Montana recently here. I've been on the turbo for 4 hours a day, like, every day, without a break. 4 hours on the turbo, that's, like,
It's soul sucking,
brutal.
yeah.
Yeah, but it goes by quicker when you have intervals and stuff. I did 40/20s on the
By the way,
turbo
you
the
know
other
you
day.
need to like cut your power, right? Because you can't do the same power on a turbo. Okay.
I know, yeah. Yeah, the power I had okay, so some feedback I got from the
Yeah.
last episode was that, like, for the casual listener, they have no idea what
Yeah.
watts are or, like, oh, I'm gonna try and relate them via heart rate. Like, 40/20s, ideally, you wanna it's like going into your VO2, and then you get 20 seconds of recovery, and then 40 seconds VO2, 20
But
seconds recovery,
what kind of
and it
perceived
helps
effort
you,
is like what would you say that is for the 40 seconds on?
um should be like a 7 to 8. Like, you don't wanna be completely dead by the end of the 40 seconds or else there's no way you get through 10
Hmm.
minutes of it. But so, like, you should have, like, a ramp of your heart rate. You should start and maybe you're the first one, you're into high tempo heart rate, and by the end, you should be into VO2 heart rate, like, you should be suffering
Hmm.
by the end. Um, but something that Bobby, my coach, has been, like, emphasizing going into this year is, like, doing all my 40/20s, like, seated because like you want to use your power box, like your
Hmm.
core, your quads, your glutes, everything needs to be driving. But when you get out of the saddle, it spikes your heart rate, and you're using your arms and stuff to
Hmm.
get power out. So it's really just to emphasize getting all the power from my
Yeah.
legs and my core essentially. And also at a lower cadence, like 70 RPM. So it feels a bit more like
Hmm.
a grind. But I really like them on the turbo. Just the whole thing seated, and it was really stable. So I had to drop my power right. Like, outside, I'm supposed to do, I don't know, maybe like 550, and inside I could do 480.
So is the lower
So
cadence to get you to activate more muscle fibers? Is that the point of that? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe explain. Can
Um,
you explain why that is, or why that happens?
so we do. Um, well, dude, to be honest, I don't really know. All I know is that we do torque efforts as well at like even lower cadence, so 60 to 70 RPMs. We do torque efforts, and that is to build um we just call it strength.
Hmm.
I don't know. It maybe you have a better idea
I mean,
since you're
I'm
more
not,
of
a
a vet.
physiologist, but I do know that like
Yeah, neither
if you're
am I,
doing a
but
high intensity at low cadence, it does somehow force more muscle fiber types. Like there's the 2A and 2B, right? And the whatever, the fast twitch,
yeah, fast
slow
twitch,
twitch,
slow
but there's
twitch. Yeah.
subcategories. And I guess
Hmm.
if you're in an ideal cadence, I guess you lean more on a certain muscle fiber type. But when you go to a lower cadence, it
Yeah.
forces all of the fiber types to join in. That's not how the
Yeah.
doctors would
So, I
explain it,
mean,
but
you
yeah.
definitely yeah, I mean, it definitely causes for more
Hmm.
suffering, right? It's not like when you see a low cadence workout, you're not like, "Oh, yippee, yay, I'm gonna have a good day." Like, no, it's a lot
And
of
it causes
suffering,
you
but
to
you do reap the
engage your
benefits of
core
it a
more
lot.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, your core is like the whole idea of the workout is you want to try and be as stable on the bike as possible and just have your power box engaged. Like you want to be loose in the arms, but you just want your legs, your glutes, and your
Yeah.
core to be fully
And that
engaged.
lower cadence helps
And
you
I,
develop a better pedal stroke because you have to, by slowing it down and slowing down the momentum of your feet and your pedals, you have to
mhm,
continually use your muscles to keep that momentum going.
yeah,
You never produce power 360 degrees, but you can produce momentum to at least keep your foot going.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting, and I've enjoyed doing the 40/20s in a new way because I used to just go out and rinse myself. Like I would just be fucking sprinting for 40 seconds pretty much. And it's like you want to throw up at the end, but Bobby says that that is
Mhm.
not the goal of this workout. So I'm excited to see how they translate into
Yeah, those
race fitness.
on-offs, I always thought that they were kind of the best bang for the buck. You're
Hmm.
Yeah, you're
That's what I've
hitting
heard
a
a lot
lot
of
of
guys say.
different modalities, I think is the word for training, stimulus. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
they really like bring you up another level. But like you said, you have to go into them. You kind of have to let the
Did you?
intensity come to you instead of chasing the intensity because it'll come. And if you front load that
Yeah.
interval, you're not gonna make it to the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and you start off and
Hmm.
you think it's too easy, and then you get to, like, rep
Yeah.
6 or 7,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, shit."
Exactly.
Like yeah, um, what was your favorite workout that you would do? I know you mentioned that you loved training on the TT bike, but can you remember a specific workout that you, would do on the TT bike that you really did? Did you ever do low cadence stuff on the TT bike?
Maybe I did what, we all know is like SFRs, which is Italian for, you don't know, that's like slow frequency something.
No.
Basically, it's low cadence. And I would do a lot of those.
Huh,
And, there was always this misnomer that it was for strength, but it's really more about engaging those more muscle fiber types and pedal control, creating a better pedal stroke, core engagement. And I did do
Yeah.
some of that on the TT bike, but my go-to on the TT bike, I had this one loop I'd always do because I knew that I didn't have to stop that much. And all the corners I could hang without
Mhm.
stopping, like a lot of right-hand corners, so that if I was in a
Yeah.
mid-threshold interval, I didn't have to stop at a stop line or a stop sign or a stoplight. So I stuck to that loop every time.
Yeah.
And it was usually like once, maybe
Mhm.
twice a week at the most. And those are fun because you're going fast,
Mhm.
but they hurt. They really hurt,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dude, those first like that first month of training on the TT bike is miserable. Your
Yeah,
glutes
yeah.
are so sore. Oh, dude. But once you get feeling good on the TT bike, there's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
better than
Once you start really
a
putting
good
out
workout on a TT bike,
big
dude.
power numbers, like I would
Yeah.
have friends that would tag
Yeah.
along and they'd have a little competition between them to see who could hang on my wheel the longest. These guys they weren't
Yeah.
professionals, so
Oh, but dude,
yeah.
there's nothing fucking better than doing a TT training ride and dropping some fools out the wheel. Like I remember before nationals, we were going
Uh,
on 89 up in Truckee, headed
yeah, you
towards the
were
lake, and
killing
I was
Ian and
doing
I.
the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and you guys were sitting on the wheel,
Yeah.
and finally you guys had to let go, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for Nats."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I was
those
like
are the good
on the
moments.
limit. But when Ian let go, I was like, oh, now I'm allowed to let go now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
being able to do that.
Oh, that's good. I can't wait to start training on the TT bike. Yeah. Dude, I bet you still could. I bet you
I
could
haven't
give
wanted
it a
to
good
touch a
rip.
TT bike since I retired until this year. I was like, that'd be kind of fun. Oh,
Bro,
I
you
could,
should get one.
dude, I have
It
old
would be
TT
fun,
bikes. I could
dude.
pull one down. Oh yeah,
You
I
do?
have
You have an
the
old
TT
Shiv?
bike I won the Tour de France stage on. It's like, yeah, I
No
have my
way.
Olympic TT bike,
Oh,
and I have this.
where? In your
No, they're
garage
actually
there?
still in Santa Rosa at a bike shop. Yeah.
Oh,
But I can get them.
darn.
But I also have this super cool
Yeah.
at the time Trek painted this TT bike when I went in my third tour of California, and it's like this just got all this cool
Mhm.
stuff on it. It's like one of one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so badass. Damn. Dude, you gotta get one of those and
But an
come out on a ride this
updated
summer
shiv,
when I'm training for
that'd be
nationals.
sweet.
Oh, yeah. You think do Specialized give you
If I
bikes?
ask really nicely, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
You should ask
yeah.
extra nicely and get a Shiv.
Because actually doing a lake loop
That
around
would be
Tahoe on a
sweet.
shiv, that would be super fun.
Dude, I bet dude, I this summer, I really want we should just give the lake loop a rip. They're
I
just gonna
know
be doing so
it's
much road work, I hate
You
it.
have to do it like early in the morning too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do it.
Ugh,
I'd have to
it's the
train
worst.
hard enough so I can stay on your wheel
Yeah.
on the
I
climbs.
what do you think yeah. Dude, come on. Dude, you actually
Oh
put the
yeah.
pressure on the climbs, and it hurts. You're so light, you just bounce up the climb. Uh, yeah, what do you think what's the fastest possible time
Oh,
you think
like
we could
if
go
the
around
road were
Lake Tahoe?
closed and you're like team time trial edition?
No, of course, like, on an open road, like, like,
Oof,
hitting all the lights in
yeah, you'd have to
South
go early
Lake,
morning.
early morning.
I mean, on TT equipment, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no TT helmet, I mean,
No,
maybe I
let's
could
just
go
talk
TT
about
helmet,
full
but
TT, like three guys, your level on full TT bikes, everything, like road closed.
oh
I
my
think you
god,
could
dude.
average
Bro, that would be
three guys together. I think you could average 50K around an hour around it, even with all the climbs. So yeah,
oh, bro,
well, not
dude,
easily.
easily, easily. You know how fast you go down
Yeah,
some of those descents? That boosts your average power. And the climbs, nothing's over 6%, so you're going
yeah,
over 20
except
miles
for
an hour up the
Emerald
climb.
Bay, but I think 50, but it
Hmm. Well, okay,
clockwise.
which direction are we talking?
It's 100 and
Okay, yeah, yeah.
what is it?
Clockwise is
112? Yeah, 112 I think
115
around.
Ks?
So that's more than 2 hours. So I don't think
Yeah.
you're not going to average 55 like you do in a 20-minute TT or whatever it is. Hey, by the way, I mean this is kind of me
Yeah.
tooting my own horn, but the other day I saw this I think it was a poster of me from winning that Tour de France time trial. Guess what my average speed was? It was an
Yeah.
hour and 1 minute.
Dude, I wish they did these long TTs still. That'd be so
2007,
awesome. Okay, so an hour back in the day, I bet you did
53.
49 Ks an hour average. 50 dude.
I think it was a tailwind. It
What?
was point to point. I think
Shut
there was
the
a
fuck
tailwind. I believe it's still the second
dude.
fastest long time trial in the tour, not including prologue distance.
That is insane. Oh my god. Do you have an
No,
idea of
no
what
power
power
meter
you
that
did
day. I
for an hour on the TT
certainly
bike?
wish I had it. I think I was close to averaging 400 that day. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
I don't know.
tell
I
everybody
mean,
how light you
we
were.
didn't weigh ourselves every day back then, but I was probably like 62.
60?
Yeah. But I had a good position.
That is
I
insane,
was
Levi.
aero.
Dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, any guy your size, good position or not, pushing 400 at
And there
62
was these
kilos on a
there were
TT
these
bike for an hour, you're
big
gonna be
long
moving.
rollers that they weren't steep, but it was like I just remember like coming into them in the 11 or whatever, 50, I probably had a 5411 back then.
Mhm.
And I just remember hitting the
Only if dude, imagine how fast you would've gone with a
well,
60.
maybe, but the thing is like when you guys are putting on 60s, isn't it more like chain line so you're not going down to the 10 and 11? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So we
purely
weren't we
chain line
weren't thinking
efficiency.
like that because these were
Yeah,
I mean those were gains
I
of
know.
yeah. So anyway,
So
I was
imagine if you
like
were though.
5411, right? But I would get into these rollers and be like I don't have to
Yeah.
shift. I'm just staying the 5411 up this thing. Yeah.
So you'd rip
And
over
just
these rollers in the
that was I think the
5411.
last episode where I was talking about like,
Beast.
whoa, I can just keep digging. Like the limit's not there today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gotta be such a cool feeling. Um,
So we went fast in our day
yeah,
too, Cole.
so what do you think about yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. Yeah. Um, what do you think about rim brakes? Do you think that rim brakes like, are you a rim brake
Well,
guy for
nobody
life,
makes rim
or
brakes
have you
anymore, so
converted
no.
to
No.
I know, but, like, in an ideal world, if you could have the same,
No, no,
like
the disc brakes
the
are
same
way
bikes that you
better.
used to ride.
I mean, have you ever
Yeah,
ridden a rim brake bike in your life? Dude, let me tell you how bad they are
I've never
descending in
ridden
the
a rim brake
wet.
bike.
So you had to learn to start braking about 10 seconds before you normally would brake in the dry. Like it just became like habitual. You'd have to start braking early because it would take time for the pad to clear the water off of the rim. So if you went into it
Yeah,
braking late, you weren't going to stop. You didn't stop because there was too much
you
water
just
on the
didn't
rim.
stop. Dude, and I've heard of some stories of, like, when it's really hot out, some guys
Yeah,
blowing
I
up their
mean,
wheels,
I think those were on cheaper wheels, right? Like when carbon rims came
like the
out,
Mavics.
they obviously just like the handlebars, right? It just wasn't, they didn't dial it in. So yeah, guys were braking on
Yeah,
carbon surface and, yeah, blowing up the rim. It was just overheat. It wasn't designed for the heat that it was
dude,
creating. I
that
don't know
is
if, yeah, they tested it for these
that is so sketchy.
long, fast downhills.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna look up the start list for Alula Tour, and I'm gonna ask you a few
Okay.
questions on who you think is gonna win some of these stages.
So
Let's go.
Alula
Start
has like
list, pro
one
cycling
uphill finish,
stats.
right?
Think it may
Okay.
have two this
And
year.
Pidcock won last year, right?
Um, oh, of course. Yeah, dude, they don't even have anybody. They have a couple guys listed here. UAE has their
Who's going
team
with you
listed
for
in
UAE?
Bahrain, but Igor Arietta, Domin Novak, Julius Johansson, Jan Christian, Kevin Vermarka. I honestly, I give Kevin, so Kevin is my sister's fiance, so he's gonna be my brother-in-law. I give
I
this guy
saw
a
on
good
his
chance
Strava
of winning
today,
a
he
stage
posted a
there.
picture in his
He's
stuff. He looks
freaking
really good.
flying right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah, he looks good, huh?
and that's your
That
sister
kid,
he
I
was
mean,
having
dude, that team is beast.
breakfast with, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Santa Barbara having breakfast, yeah. No, I mean, he's
So
going
him
really
and
good
Jan
right now, and he's
Kristen.
very motivated, so I believe he will do well. Yeah, but dude, to be honest, I mean, I don't wanna speak out of turn here, but seems like these guys just I mean, like, at some of these, like, lower level races, UAE, I feel like all the guys just have leadership, like, they're all just kinda racing for
Yeah,
themselves. I mean, at least that's what it
but
looks like,
everyone you named
or at
so
least a
far, like
couple.
those are the only two that can win uphill.
True, true. I mean,
I don't
Igor
know.
Arrieta is
I don't
pretty
know
good.
him.
He's quite a talent. Spanish kid, I wanna say he was maybe on
Hmm.
Kern Pharma a few years ago, and then UAE picked him up, but, I'm pretty sure he won
Okay.
a day at Majorca Challenge, a couple years ago, but anyways, he's quite good. Um, but then I think a lot of the teams are like, Trek is bringing Jonathan Milan in their whole sprint
Hmm.
train, so I think they're going for the sprints there, but I'm quite keen. I hope that
So
there's, like,
yeah.
crosswinds and stuff. That'll
What
be fun. I mean,
when
you're in the
does this
desert,
start?
just big wide roads. It is let me see. It is
Oh,
January
3 weeks
27th
from
to
today. Yeah.
31st. So it's coming up, dude. I know. I'm like
No?
not in race shape. So like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to panic train for the next week
Oh,
at team
I
camp
don't think you're giving
in
yourself
Girona.
credit. I don't think you should stress because that'll create more problems than it'll solve. So just trust
Yeah.
yourself. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I think my yeah, I have a lot of confidence from, like, the back half of last year. Like, I was racing better than ever, and I was just, like, super laissez-faire, like, really relaxed in the head, and I was racing the best I have, so I think I'm just gonna try and carry that into this year with confidence, like, just be confident in myself and be chill, and just let the race come to
Yeah.
me and not force
Do you
things.
think so
Like,
when you think about the Alula Tour and this year, what is like for example, do you think you need to to stay switched on more throughout the day? Is that something you're aiming to do or like positioning? Are you good at positioning?
well, so we're bringing I mean, I'm decent at positioning in under 23 racing. Like, I would say I'm probably one of the better guys. I was able to learn how to position in those races, but obviously this is a much higher level. So I'm just keen to, it's like a blank slate for me. I'm just keen to see how I do, and I'm just gonna treat it as if it's a
Do you have
U23
okay,
race
so
and
let's
see
talk
how that
about
goes.
positioning because
Um,
now
but
you're going to go into this World Tour level race. World Tour teams, big names, there's a hierarchy, right? And it's in my experience,
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
they're
I'm
going to
not gonna
see your
it's gonna be
jersey
hard
and
to
know that
position.
you're on a like a second level team compared to the World Tour, and that can make it really difficult for you for positioning because
Yeah,
that's just how cycling is, right? So do you have a
mhm,
tactic of, okay, how do I maintain good position,
yeah,
but I'm not in the crosshairs of these bigger named teams and riders? How can I do it to earn their respect? Like, I would think that that's something you should start to think about.
yeah. I mean, I haven't thought about, like, how I'm gonna do that. I mean, I do know a lot of the guys that are going to the race, like, the whole Trek team, I've spent a good amount of time at the dinner table with a lot of
Hmm.
these guys. It's just at Trek at camps and whatnot, and, some of the guys have transferred to other teams that are also gonna be there. Like, Alex Kirsch is gonna be on Cofidis there, and I'm sure he'll be the road captain for Cofidis, so there'll be some familiar faces where I'm sure these guys,
Hmm.
they're not gonna give me, I mean, they might give me a little bit of grace, but, eh, I can't be absolutely bumping bars and, like, being an
No,
idiot.
but you make a
That's just
good
not gonna
point.
fly.
Whereas like
So,
you
yeah,
have
it's gonna
relationships with some guys, and my advice to you is expand on that. Make new friends. When you can, talk to people that you don't know and be like, "Hey, I'm
yeah.
Cole. Nice to meet you." Whatever, and that goes a long
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Kevin, and he's on UA, and he'd probably
Hmm.
be maybe a leader some days, maybe. Um, so that, I mean, that might play to my advantage too. Not like
Yeah,
super
yeah,
crazy
no,
where
but
he's just
you
gonna
got
be
to
like, "Yeah,
give
dude, sit on the
respect to
wheel.
get
My wheel's
respect,
your
and
wheel," you know.
if
But
people know you, they're not just.
yeah,
It's not so easy for
yeah,
them to be
but
like, "Oh, that guy's a dick" or whatever. Like I'm not giving him an inch.
yeah, yeah. No, so it'd be interesting to see, but, like, definitely when it comes time for it, like, when
Hmm.
everybody hears in the radio that crosswinds are coming up, it's just gonna be the washing machine, and everybody's like, like, Total Energy guys are always there, or they always have been there, and they're a second level team, but they always make splits, like, so it's not like when if you're in a second division
No, but
team that you're
it
just
can be
automatically
harder.
fucked. Like, you still gotta race, like,
Mhm.
it can be harder for sure, but I mean, I'm going into it with the mindset that I'm gonna fight just as hard as I would in an under
Yeah,
23 when I'm
and
on the
just
best under 23 team in the
and
world
just to
like I
explain
was.
to the people watching,
Like
like for
we were
example, when
given
Tadej Pogacar has the yellow jersey in the Tour de France, he gets to go wherever he wants in the peloton. That's just the way it works. So that everybody has full respect. Whereas, like you're on
yeah,
this
yeah,
pro
yeah,
continental team, which is the second level to these world tour teams. They don't want you in their way, like that's just the way it goes. But you're in the race, you deserve to be there,
yeah,
you deserve to be in the front.
yeah,
You just have to figure out how you do it without making enemies. That's all.
yep, yep. And I was kind of daydreaming today on the bike when I was doing my efforts, like like the ramp efforts on the flat are really nice because it kind of
Hmm.
simulates like leading into, like, a key point in the race, you know? Because that position fight for a cobble climb in a classic, it's
Yeah.
hard for
Sometimes way
20 minutes
harder than the
before
climb
the climb
itself.
starts, you know?
Most of the time, actually.
In these rank Yeah, right? And it's all about just what position you're in to that climb,
Mhm.
and most of the time, if
Yeah.
you're top 20, you make it over the climb just fine, you know? And so I was kinda daydreaming about that race, and I was like, I also the other day, I was watching the 2024 race when, I think
Right.
Visma, like, went 1, 2, 3, or it was Christophe Laporte and, uh, Wout, and they crossed the finish line together or something, but Visma put on a masterclass, and it's just that race is so brutal, and it's like I saw a couple Pro Conti guys in, like, the front split of 20, and
Nice.
I was like, I wonder how they got there," so I watched it back, and yeah, they were just
Mhm.
they were in the mix the whole time fighting for position, and it's like, that's
Yeah, you gotta
that's
be
what I'm
just
gonna have to do if I
mentally,
want
like,
any chance of
switched
getting a
on,
decent
like,
result at the race,
you're
you know, so
locked in.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, and the
because
moment
it's
you, like,
nothing's
have
gonna get
this, "Oh,
handed to
I gotta
you,
give myself a
when you're
break,"
on
in
a
your
team like
head,
this.
man, you miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's always like that too. It's always the moment that you say, "Oh, I
Yeah,
don't need
right,
to I
or,
don't need
like,
to go
moving
with
up the
that move."
side with
That's the
somebody
move
or
that
yeah,
goes, you
because you're
know?
like
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, yeah, that when that one gap opens, you're like, "Nah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go now," then that's the one time that you could have moved up, so, yeah, I'm just gonna try and take every opportunity that I get
Yeah, I
and,
think Alula's gonna be
make the most of it,
great for
so
you.
it's gonna be sweet.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Are you gonna be watching, dude?
No,
Shit, so
I
now
love
I
all
really
the
gotta
bike
perform.
races, man. I like watching cross the last few weeks has been awesome. Did you watch the last couple cross races?
I saw some
Yeah,
clips,
dude.
of Wout
You know those
crashing and
slow
breaking his
crashes
ankle.
like that? Like
That's tough luck, man.
they're going fast for cyclocross, but like road speed, they're going
Oh, they're the
relatively
worst.
slow. But those slow crashes where you just
Mhm.
slap the ground, man, those are the worst. I'd
Yep.
rather crash like as long as you don't hit something solid, I'd rather crash at speed.
Yeah, sliding at 40 Ks
Yeah,
an
yeah.
hour is better
It,
than crash
you
like,
can
dude,
break
tipping over
something.
like, if you can't
Yeah,
unclip at a stoplight and you tip over,
100%. But
you're
man, he
breaking
hit
a
the ground
wrist.
hard.
Yeah, you're breaking a hip.
He really did.
Yeah, yeah, that
And did you see
yeah,
the one after
when you
that
just
in
slap the ground like that,
oh, I forget,
oh,
Zonhoven, I think, where
brutal.
they had the sandy downhill? Did you see that? Well, all
Dude,
the
and
top 3
those 2
women.
guys just
It
went over the
was,
bars.
Brandt, Puck Pieterse, and, Lucinda Brandt or, sorry, Alvarado. They were, like, top 3 coming into it, they all went over the bars.
Mhm.
Dude, cross is gnarly.
Oh god. I think I saw this clip, but dude, it is. I don't know how these guys Vanderpool is
Mhm.
so class, riding through the sand sections like he does, I have no
Yeah,
idea how he
he's
does it.
so, like,
Really, it's
it's
so
incredible
impressive.
to watch him in cross. After I
Mhm.
retired,
Did you ever race
so
cross?
my partner in the Grand Fondo, Levi's Grand Fondo, Carlos Perez, owns Bike Monkey and he does other events and he had cross
Mm,
races for a few
mhm,
years and they were super fun, but it was so difficult. Like you can't
yeah.
I just wanted to put my power down, but I couldn't because it was like corner, barriers, like, like I was like, damn it, I just need to give me a
Yeah,
straightaway that I
yeah.
can like
Yeah.
and then there was one course that, like, had some
Yeah.
s more straightaways and some elevation, and that one I actually won. I mean, this is the local race, but super fun to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude,
It's
those
gotta be
guys have
hard to find
such
your groove in
skill.
a
Those tires
cyclocross
are
race, like
tiny, like
yeah, I know.
yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I do not have skill like that at all. I like to blame it on my size that I'm too big, but I just think that I just suck. Like, there's no shot that I'm going down a hill that's very
I
steep
think it
and the
takes a
sand is very
lot
deep
it takes
and I'm
just,
not
like,
crashing.
finesse, but also a ton of strength because they'll get all out of sorts, and then they have to pull
Have
it
you seen
back.
this
Tuckside,
Kokeside
yeah. Oh, the
race?
beach race. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
get to
where they're
use,
racing
like,
on the
big tires
beach?
for that one.
That is insanity.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw it was pretty recent. Like, didn't a Quick
oh,
Step
do
guy
they?
win it or something?
Uh,
Yeah, they were on,
yeah.
like, 2.0
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
tires. They were, like, big tires. It was more of a gravel race.
But still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine it's still very difficult riding in sand like that. We used to have this, high school mountain bike race, I think it was Keysville, and there was a deep sand section going through, like, the finish straight for, I don't know, maybe 500 meters, and it would catch me up,
Yeah,
like, I would lose my line and, like, have to put a foot
right.
out and stuff, like, I can only
Yeah.
imagine on a cross tire.
Alright, well
Crazy. Well, so what's coming up for
Do
you?
some Nordic
Anything exciting? What are
racing.
you gonna do
Been Nordic skiing every
I mean, I'm
day. I
leaving
just did
pretty
like
soon,
3 days of, so there's
going
two types
cruising.
of like Nordic skiing. There's the original is called classic skiing, kind of like this diagonal stride, more like running. And then
Yeah,
sometime in the, I don't know when it was,
yeah.
like the 70s, there was an American actually. His name was Bill Koch. He started to use a different technique in these classic races where it was more like a skate, like speed skating. So they split. There's two different
Mhm.
techniques, and skating is faster and more dynamic. Classic is slower, but it's also like technically more difficult to do correctly. And like I've kind of, you're in the tracks, exactly. So
Is that
I've
when you're in the
resisted
tracks?
doing it, and I've,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
over the years I've done a few days of it, but the last 3 days I did 3 days in a row. I'm so sore. My hip flexors and my feet are sore because as someone who spent 20 years in a time trial position with your hip flexors completely closed, and now all of a sudden you're asking your leg to go like way
Yeah.
behind you. Dude, it's a shock to the system. It's the antithesis of the
Yeah, I can
cycling
imagine,
position, of
yeah.
an aerodynamic
Yeah.
cycling position. Hmm.
Yeah,
There's
dude,
no way
my hip
around it
flexors
when you
are
ride a
so bad.
bike.
Oh, that's gotta be my hips, like, I have 0 hip mobility, like, that's something I've been trying to work on this year is, like, stretching and getting some hip mobility,
Well,
but,
before you
yeah,
take off, come up here. I'll show you
hip
some classic
flexor
skiing.
are brutal for me.
Yeah. You go to camp, you're like,
I'm gonna end my
doctor,
season before it even starts.
yeah.
Yeah, "Can you reattach my hip
But anyway,
flexor,
we got a lot of
please?"
snow up here, as you know,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Yeah, did it
I'd say
dump?
in the
It
last
we
couple
got a little bit
weeks,
down
like
here.
since
We got, like,
Christmas
maybe a
Day,
couple
we
inches.
have gotten up on the top at the what they call the Pacific Crest. Right here, I can look up and see it. I would say 10 feet up there in the last 2 days or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, God,
Hmm.
yeah, from here, we can hear them booming up on Mount Rose, like, doing dynamite
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
avalanche control. Can you
Oh
hear
yeah,
anything from your
they
house? I
have
mean, you're in
these
the Olympic Valley,
in
so squaw for sure
Palisades and
they're
Alpine. They
doing
have
stuff.
these devices. They're these metal pipes that are coming out of the ground, and they're connected to, I believe it's oxygen and
Mhm.
propane, and they can just sit at the bottom of the base and press a button. And these things, they're
Whoa.
like shaped like this, and so the gas comes out explosion like through this pipe and then hits the snow.
Hmm,
And when they do those things, it shakes my house. Like it's crazy. Yeah, they're super loud. They're called Gazex.
that's pretty
Hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gazax.
Yeah.
Wow,
Good to
cool.
catch up with you.
Alright, Levi.
Talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
man. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time, bro. Yeah, good to catch up. I'll talk to you soon. I think the next time we
Good.
talk,
Sounds
maybe
good.
we'll be at team camp, so I'll
See
have
you,
some
buddy.
fun stories and
Bye.
stuff to tell you. Sweet, bro. Take care.